That was
What do you mean by fun? Meaning terrifying? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
Oh my goodness. Alright guys, how was the weekend?
Yay.
Good?
Busy.
Sort of kind of okay?
Mother's Day. It's a busy
Yeah.
It's a
weekend.
Monday.
It's the weekend, not a Monday. The weekend was a Monday? I mean,
Come back to Earth.
Weekend.
You know, you're telling the kids to focus, Zane?
wow.
Focus.
Forget it.
Zoned out, came into a different thing, came into a
Yeah.
conversation that I didn't even know what the subject was about.
It's a Monday. Okay then.
They said, how was their day going? And I was like, well,
How was the weekend?
How was the weekend? It was.
Alright guys, tonight we're gonna focus on a couple of fundamental things, right? Thing number one being a good base, and then having a good guard break, and then how you're supposed to react when you have somebody in guard, okay? Then we're gonna do 2 guard passes, and that's it. Then we're gonna do positional sparring with those positions, okay? So, first and foremost, when we're in base, what does everybody think when I say being a good base? What are some things that come to mind? Being solid,
Solid foundation.
Stable.
Get knocked over.
hard to knock over, right? You're balanced, right? Yeah, you're a good solid base. So everybody get to where you're sitting kind of like I am, right? Now you can have your toes set up, your feet can be set up 2 ways with this. You can do what's called ballerina toes, where you're pointed and your legs are flat, right? Or you can do active toes, where you're kind of like a sprinter in the blocks, right? Now, this kind of sucks for me. Better technique or better position. And he's got my hips pinned. I am not stopping him from breaking my guard. It's not going to happen unless I fight the hands or make some different change, right? But if this stays as it is and I'm not defending these hands, he's breaking my guard. I can't stop it. And if I try to, it's not going to work. I'm going to hurt myself, right? Now, what is better? To break your guard and work on defending from an open position, or struggling to hang on and potentially injuring yourself? First one. I'm going with option A, right? We don't want to hurt ourselves thinking that we have to be the alpha, because you're going to end up being the zeta and off the mats, and everybody's going to surpass you because it's a lengthy process to rehab from that. Has anybody had any hip work done? It's a long, slow road to recovery. How long has Big Jason been out of
Oh,
jiu-jitsu?
jeez, yeah.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
Year and a half. Had to have hip surgery. Year and a half. No fun. That's why with ribs, you're gonna go easy. I know guys that have tried to fight through rib injuries, and they spend 2, 3, 4 years re-aggravating. And it takes them off the mat. And they come back. They go too hard, they're back off the mat. It's no fun. So as your coach, you need to take it a little easy. Come train, but you're gonna take it easy. Okay? So, good base, good guard. Understand there's going to be a point to where we just have to bail on the guard and then work on retention from an open position. Okay? So again, Shane's going to put me in his closed guard. I'm in a good base. Knees are wide. I'm outside of his hips. Elbows are in by my ribs. Forearms are on the thighs. I do not want to do this. All right? Yes, it works, but you're an asshole if you do it. Right? That's like digging your knuckles into somebody's throat. Yeah, it'll get them to move for you so you can do some really mean shit. But it's a dick move. Right? We're better than that. We can apply better technique to get what we want done with leverage rather than inflicting pain. Okay? Control. Knee in, push down. We get to here, this is where we're stopping right now. Okay? Get the movement down, stay looking up. Don't do this, right? Because then the collar's going to get grabbed. Oh, shit. And then the guard gets locked back up, and then you're back to square one. Lost energy for nothing. Okay? Get paired up. Let's rep it. On 2 on 2.
Oh, I was on one elbow when you did it.
That's all right. Chris?
Yeah.
What's happening?
A lot of construction on Davesburg Road.
Yeah.
Don't hit my camera.
Well, then you gotta go. Oh, sure. So, which side? That's your right there. I want to know. You guys know. I think you figured
My
out.
migraine's
Like
been,
here?
It's over
Yeah.
here.
yeah,
No,
my
like
migraine's
here,
been kicking my
here.
ass
Yeah, I'm gonna
recently,
shift
which is why I
this,
haven't
like,
been past
behind
couple
the
classes, but it's more tolerable this.
And then go back.
Just
Makes
not
sense.
feeling
Slide
good
that
enough to be
wedge
on
so that I can do that. So like. Right, you got this?
Yes.
Right now.
Grip tight.
Are you breaking her already?
No, she broke herself.
Boy.
My toe is cramping. It's all weird,
Nice.
twisted weird.
Go both sides, guys. Go both sides. If you've been here for a minute, I want you to practice both sides. If you have not, get good at one side.
Is this which side? Oh, no. Is that it?
Oh. How do I do that?
Don't break her. It's fine.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Feels so weird. If you're going the other side, shift in there and go out.
So, when you do this, here, right? You're gonna put this behind, boom, and you step back and turn it. Okay? See how much more distance that creates for you?
I mean, technically.
When you behind,
Yes.
turn your head, right? That's gonna push the Yes.
I guess I should try the opposite way and see how that feels good. So here, here,
Used to both ends of the
that is
All
weird.
right, guys, finish the rep that you're on. What's that? It is. It's definitely odd. There it is. Finish the rep that you're on. Doesn't it feel uncomfortable? All right, guys. So let's talk about a couple things real quick, eh? There are a lot of ways that you can do your hands for breaking the guard. All right. Like I said at the outset, I like having one way to break guard that I can transition to each one of the passes without giving away which pass I'm going to do. Back in the day when I would break guard, if I was going to do the knee slice, right, hand here, hand here. And I always broke guard this way for doing the knee slice. What happens after you're training with the same people for a while is they pick up on this stuff, right? So the second I go from here to here, Shane would know, oh, he's going to knee slice. So I'm going to set up some defense to this. I know what's coming up. My double under was always right here. My over under was always right here. This was always knee slice, right? This was also standing up. I was going to break the guard standing. Right? Let's start here, then secure an arm and stand up. So I was giving away what I was going to do to pass the guard. And again, as you develop as a grappler, you really learn how to not do that so that you don't give anything away. It's like having tells if you play cards. Right? It's a tell. Hey, I'm going to knee slice now. Hope you don't catch on. Doesn't work out too good. When we go through and we execute this, I want to get to a point where I can push down on these hips by lowering my hips. Right? I don't want to have to lean in. Because the second we lean in, what happens to our butt? It comes up off of our heels, right? Once I break this seal, right? And for those of you who are too young to drink, you don't understand breaking the seal, right? Once you break the seal, you're done donuts and you're gonna go forever, right? Once my butt comes off of my heels, it's easier for him to pull me forward, right? I've already relinquished control of my base by picking my butt up. Do you guys remember the Mahaffey seminar, right? Where we're down and we're engaging our hip, right? But we want to engage our hip and not come forward. Because the second our butt comes off of our heels, our posture is broken, right? So if I'm here, I want to lower my hips down so I can control his to the mat. If I do not pin his hips to the mat, right, I'm just weak sauce here, and I go to move my knee back, he's going to pick his hip up, right? So yeah, I'll move my knee in here, but his hips are off of the mat, and I scoot back. He's just going to shoulder walk to me, right? And now I can't break the guard. Make sense? But I pin his hips to the mat. He has no option. He cannot follow. Make sense? So now, you're going to go back and forth, controlling the hips, break the guard, but if the person on top does not keep those hips pinned, person at the bottom, pick your hips up and follow. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, on 2 on 2.
Start, I guess. Are you,
Where are you going?
somebody else?
Did you break yourself?
No, but I was gonna say, are you? Okay.
When you step back, turn
You
your
good?
hip up. Turn your hip up. Okay? What that's going to do for you, if he's really strong with the legs, he can try and keep you pulled in. You turn your hip, it's going to create more distance between his hip and his other hip, and his feet are going to break apart.
Hips down. You go like this.
Better, 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 better.
My guard essence is like
Let your knees fall to the side.
Get your legs higher, it'll be easier for
It is harder on Monday to get that several times.
Those are
Technique as well. You kind of have to flare your knees.
Okay. Out.
See, that lets me open up my hips.
Oh, yeah.
And now there's a gap between us and
Yeah.
and so I can shoot forward, etc. And then I can tighten up all sorts of options.
That's why I gotta push down your hip.
To be able to try to lower yourself, and that's how you shoot.
actively trying to look, right?
Forward and try to push down your heels, leaning forward.
Guys, if your training partner leans forward, I want you to get a collar and just give a little tug. Okay?
I mean,
We need to be able to do this without leaning forward. Not the sleeves.
Yeah.
but go ahead and break it down. I think that's what trying to get pressure.
You know what I'm saying? If we get in here and we control these hips, and I go to move in, and I lean in like this, grab a collar. Okay? You know, we have to get ourselves to where we can do this postured up. Pressure in. Move, step back. Without bringing our shoulders past our hips. Because then we're hosed. I know. 100%. It took me almost 2 years.
Here and be control this way.
Why now?
It's
You need a splint.
hard.
I need
It's hard
something.
to what are you doing? I don't know. Every time I do this and this, and also like
Was it like, alright, so
What does that mean? Yeah.
or was that like, when you're like that?
Well, you don't wanna be.
Well, you don't wanna go, yeah. So, yeah.
Doing this, like you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
You're doing it.
Okay.
That's where they're gonna be able to control
I
it.
don't look down.
Right, shoulders back, just like. These are all just gonna break.
He has it in his hips, but not in
Goes
his
into
knees.
this, don't expose yourself.
Like, as soon as I get to there, my knees come in. Like, there.
That was better.
There you go, Doug, that's better. That's better.
You want to wrap it with somebody.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a new wrinkle in here, guys. A little bit of a new wrinkle. This is something we have to focus on now, right? When we're stand up, what do we say? Nose behind the knees, nose behind the toes, right? Same thing applies when you are in base. If my nose comes out here, what happens? Look, I'm behind my knees, right? My nose comes forward, what happens?
Whole body.
I'm coming forward off my heels, right? What did we just establish happens when our butt comes off of our heels?
Death.
Our posture's broken. Death is a potential, more likely to be put to sleep or swept,
A little
right?
extreme, Brody.
But I get the darkness, I understand. But the goal here is to control the hips and be able to pressure, move a knee, and step back without doing this. Right? We want to stay upright, looking at a spot in front of you, and not do this. Because the second we do this and our shoulders come forward, the next thing is our hips coming forward. So the next thing you know, somebody just hit a scissor sweep, you're on your back going, shit. Right? Make sense? So let's focus on our posture and not lean forward. All right, on 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to get into smashing. Smash.
Is there passing as well?
Yes.
We're just gonna smash the whole hour.
Okay.
Hold it. That would suck so bad. This is a pressure class.
Like I've done that all my jujitsu life. Honestly, I do. Yes.
You're,
I mean, I'm ready for it.
oh, yeah.
I'm king of the world.
I don't need a lot.
Yeah, same here.
Better.
This is hard. I don't want to do this.
These are coming up a lot.
That worked.
But you have to be careful how much you come. You need to get good at staying rolled in a solid base and then shifting that knee. You're gonna come up a little bit, but I can't push it forward.
No, yeah. You see where my butt is? Yes. It's on your knee. Part of controlling the hips is getting them down off your knees. Okay, so because I like, there's no force on me if my butt is up on your knee. Okay. Meanwhile,
There
that
you
works
go.
perfectly.
That was good. That was good. You get your posture up. Now, you see how your hips are when you're doing this, right? Here.
I'd say
And then you're kicking your butt out like this. You'll get this really bad arch in your back. This makes your back really.
he was mainly.
And he can pull you down very easily, right? Tuck your hips a little bit, right? Tuck your hips under, pin them down, then move, step back. It's gonna build a better, stronger frame for your core. And
Even if I'm trying to push forward, I'm ready too.
okay?
Oh, you're not? So here's a good base.
Come on, you brought me up onto your knee again.
It's okay.
Make sure you're very social. I'm gonna close my guard. Alright, so just do it.
Break your guard.
Yes, there you go. Do it and let's see how far you're actually gonna have to start.
You don't need that much movement to it, I. Okay. If you pin the hips well enough, that slight first movement broke it.
I was gonna say, just taking a big first step, and I think.
Hey, guys, we're gonna do another minute or two on this, and then we're gonna move on.
I told you I was coming.
What's happening, man? You're pulling a Brody late.
A lot of construction.
You got this.
Yes.
He's struggling with the lockup guard, you know, obviously.
Now you're ready to start.
Yeah, let's move over here.
What's it right? The big thing is relax your hips. That's gonna give you more.
Can you help me with my big harder?
Wow.
The problem is that you understand, so the second you put pressure on your hips, you start to screw out. That's the disadvantage to working with for head. This is a flexibility exercise.
The other one's exploratory.
So with somebody like Brody and myself, don't want you to focus so hard on the body. It's gonna get blown off quick.
It'll get worse.
Alright?
Kind of did a 4-mile hike.
Keep the nose behind.
Why would you do that?
Cause I don't
He
want
goes out for a 5-mile run right before jiu-jitsu. You go out for a 4-mile hike. Come on,
I
guys.
don't want to be ultra heavy anymore.
That's great. But you have to remember, you're gonna get exercise doing this.
Yeah, I'll get double now. I'll sleep like a baby tonight.
Okay? And then Wednesday, you're gonna call me and you say, damn it, Tom, I fucked up my back, or I fucked up my knee because I went too hard. Right? I'm your coach now, man. I'm your coach now. I have to bust your balls about this.
I know you are. I know you do.
All right. Now, we're going to go into guard passing. So we did the double under last week. This is the over under. There's two variations of the over under. There's the smashy side, there's the sneaky side. We're going to hit the smashy side first, see how we land with it, okay? It's going to get a little weird. I promise you that. Shane?
It's gonna get weird, Shane.
Let's get weird.
I get it.
Let's get weird.
All right, Shane's got his guard locked. For those of you who are working with an ultra heavy training partner, right? One of the keys for you to lock your guard, relax your hips, relax your knees. Think frog legs, okay? Then you'll be able to lock and try to make sure. If Shane tried locking his guard around my hip line, right, he'd have a very difficult time doing that. You need to be up over the love handles, across the kidneys, okay? Then you'll be able to get your ankles crossed, but you gotta have frog legs and relax. If your flexibility is not there, just work on it and it will get there, okay? So now, over and guard pass, both hands on the hip. Pressure, looking up. When you cross your legs. That's not the weird part.
It gets weirder.
It gets weirder. So now, I'm applying pressure to the hips, right? I'm gonna move in, step back and break the guard, okay? This hand here, my forearm is going to block this knee and thigh down. This one is gonna swim under. Over, under, right? I'm gonna lock the hip line. I'm gonna step over and staple. This is where it gets weird, right? So now he tries to sit into me. I just put my palm to his chest. He isn't going anywhere, right? Now, for the smashy side, this knee goes in the mouth hole, right? I see the look of concern on your face.
Dude, I know all. You ain't gotta tell me.
This hand here grabs the pant leg. We're going to start coming in. Same grip that we had last week. I'm going to drive. As you feel the tension in their muscles, lift the knee up. Okay? We are not here to tear groin muscles. That's a 4-month recovery. That is not cool. All right? So as I drive this knee up to his mouth, notice I'm letting this come up some, right? Because I don't want to hurt him. Pull the elbow, little spinny spin. I maintain my grip here just like the double under. Head control, side control. Okay? But Tom, why do you gotta make it weird like that? It's about control. It's about not letting them know where you're going. Because the sneaky side, you're going the other way. Right? So we're gonna start smashy side. Control the hips. Break the guard. We're framing here to block this out. If he starts to move it, we can grab the pants and control if we have to, right? But I need you first swim under, knee to the ear, right? Lock out the hip. And then we're just knife handing down across the hip line. Staple and get close. Now if he tries to move, where's he gonna go? Nowhere. If I stay here and he gets heavy heel on this leg and starts to lift and shrimp, right, he can start to escape. But if I lock him out here, where's he going to go? Nowhere. Right?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Keep him curled up like a baby. Okay? This is why I got you working with shins so you don't get messed up. Okay? All right, guys, we ready? 2, 1, 2. That is right. This is the part of jiu-jitsu where we learn how to fold clothes with people in them.
Yes.
Favorite way to say it, I'm not Don't make this difficult. There you go. Yeah, move it open.
Closer run the kidneys on
You're doing it to
this
me,
one.
right?
This one should
Yeah.
probably.
You're up there. Well, I will.
See?
No,
That's pressure on you as soon as I see it.
Yeah, I still go down because this one's running nice. I still scoop that one stuff out. That one totally. Here, totally.
My legs are not the stretch.
I have to staple. Yep. Stretches. You don't want to run some here.
Junior's crabs.
Okay. So, from here. Again, here, here.
That's the side with messed up ribs.
Right, I know that's fine. She wanted to see it first, and so I would do that.
Come in.
And smash it.
Where does that go?
And the walk,
Where's that hit
the
go?
walk, and go.
Come in, Rick. Where's it go? Where's it go?
So you grab it.
So-
Once you staple it, why do you staple before you just keep going with the smash? Wiggling. Okay.
A lot of wiggling. You're sure you want hand because there's 2 different routes you can go from there. You want to be able to decide. When you start doing this fast bunch, you'll start to see what the well, I mean, you'll know what the roots are at. See the advantages, disadvantages to them. See the whole yard. You sit down.
Just relax while you're.
Yep. Absolutely right. Break, this is my preferred guard break.
Well, now, you know, you get.
Get this is part of why I'm holding this, so you can get pretty good at it. And if I want, let's put pressure for a while.
Good, man.
Flip around, sprawl. I still have the leg.
Yeah, he's still good.
Oh, keep the legs until you get head control, Doug.
What?
Keep the legs until you get under
Just
his
make
head.
sure, make sure you set up a frame.
No, the habits, you only have it even while it's
And then
active.
you try
If
to
you
go
lock
for
up
head
like that, I'm
control.
just gonna
Here's what
transition
happens,
mount half the time.
Let go of the legs, or
Well, isolate your shoulder from free and
sprint
sleep.
away from you and get away, right? So you have head control to stop that action, then we can let go of the legs and go to side.
Keep your elbows in.
Other than that, we're good. Other than that, you're good.
Forward shoulder walking champion. Shoulder walking. Shoulder walking. Hey, let me do the move, but I don't, I do know how special.
You know, you're like watching my leg, right? Well, I thought it was my leg. It was just tape. No, it was from the tape.
I know you could.
Sorry. Nothing gross, just the bottom side of the tape.
Yes, well, your toes are
Well.
Okay, stop.
Right.
Seems to me like I should be doing this before. You know what I mean? Let me try some.
My ribs.
Seems to me.
All right, guys, time! Are we all happy and comfortable with getting smashed?
Sure.
We're still doing more, it's okay. So, couple of things. Thing one. When we grab that collar, where do I want my thumb?
Inside.
Inside the collar, but
Deep,
where?
deep.
As far back to the tag as you can get it. Why?
Control?
Full control, but just like with the double under, we have a submission right there.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Okay? So when I get to here, and I've got him pinned down, this really sucks for him, right? He's not going anywhere. So if he's got this gi all tight and he's trying to fight it, that's okay. Just let it happen. Don't fight. Right? Don't fight. So then I'm going to come in and I'm going to start coming up. I'm going to reach even deeper because now I've got some torque on the side of that neck, and that's what he's thinking about. He's not even thinking about the fact that he's folded in half right now. He's thinking about the pressure that I'm putting on his neck. And as I lock my elbow, it gets even worse. So when I come around, if he's really being an asshole, I'll just take my elbow off of his shoulder and submit him before I even get the side control.
Is that a brake cutter?
Yeah. You do the same thing for the double under. If they get to be too much of an asshole, they fight it too much, just submit them on the pass. Right?
Did you reach
Yeah.
under? Did you reach under the finish of brake cutter? Or did you shoot one-handed?
I'm one-handed. You don't have to. You don't have to reach under for it.
So you're
I want you all to practice this. Okay.
Pull it at
The key. The key. Just right. Very good. I'm as deep as I can, so the bony alpha part is on that carotid. When I lock this down, just like the double, my elbow's on the shoulder, right? To pin his shoulders flat. As I'm coming around, I just move off of the shoulder to get the submission. Okay? The fact that we've got the hips controlled and tied up is a bonus. They aren't going anywhere. You do not need the under for the bread cutter on there. Okay?
Bread cutter. That's not
Well, it's
Bread cutter.
one-handed. It's not bloody. It's choky. Yeah.
Both.
It's gross.
It's both. Because as you're coming around, that collar is going to one carotid, the forearm hits the other as your elbow drops off.
I can't wait.
But your wrist does hit the throat.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was.
But your elbow will hit the mat before you crush trachea.
They'll be tapping before you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. You saw that. I tapped.
Okay? So add it in
I was
slowly.
gonna say, make sure we do it slowly, because somebody did it to me very fast and actually hurt me. Not here, never here, but I had it
Slowly.
done fastly and it was.
Give your training partner time to tap. Okay?
That brings up two questions.
Yes.
The first question is, why wouldn't you always do that? Like online.
Okay, guys, we have a question. The question is, why would we not do that every time? Well, that option is always available to you. However, somebody who is an experienced grappler will fight your elbow, right, as you're doing the pass. So, bring it back. If I'm here and I'm coming around, right, Shane's got a couple of options to try and defend this, okay? First and foremost, he can try pushing my head away, right? Oh, that might work, but I'm a big, strong son of a bitch, and I'm gonna compress him to where that's not gonna be effective, right? Thing two, he can try blocking my elbow, right, to alleviate the pressure on the side of his neck. Much like the cross choke defense, if he keeps pressure on my elbow, I'll still get the guard pass, but I'm not going to get the choke, okay? So if he defends the choke, which a smart grappler is going to do, sacrifice position but save your life, you're not going to get it every time. Primarily, this submission is not designed to be a high percentage submission. I have found a way, probably because of my size, to make it work most of the time. That being said, in normal circumstances, your training partner, your opponent, is going to defend the immediate threat, which is the submission. They'll sacrifice position to take care of the submission. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. What was question two?
You already answered it.
Okay, perfect. Let's get after it on 2-1-2.
Good question, Dougie Doug.
Don't look so excited. Thanks, Tom.
I do what I can.
Oh, I figured
I've
it
never
out.
seen a child. You got
Well,
to
question.
excited.
Yep.
Like come down
Relax your adductors
Right.
and your abductors.
and then do this.
can
Why
always
would
tell
you go
if
like
they
Yep.
this before?
Swim under,
but
swim
it's
under
off?
first.
Well, because
I know, I was
Okay.
explaining
I've
what
had
happened.
people try to kill me with their guard before.
I'm like, not
You know what I
even,
mean?
yeah, trying to get it. It's just my legs are
Well,
squeezing all
yeah,
the
that's
time.
just
okay.
instant.
Yeah.
Break
Okay, right up.
under here.
Yep, make it weird.
Play. Yeah.
So I'll feel
This.
So, no, control the hip first. Control the hip first.
Yeah.
So just
And
Like
as
here.
you're
Oh.
not,
make it weird.
Yeah.
Yep. Then get your collar.
Then come up.
Now put your elbow on his shoulder. There we go.
that gets all three.
Well, and I was gonna say too, you can, I think you can keep.
So
you
that leg,
Yeah, you
I'm
can
supposed to keep it, right?
Yes.
either one. Yes, I can keep my head.
Yep. So essentially, you're gonna have them folded up on their shoulders, right? By pushing in the mouth as you're coming around, and that bottom leg's gonna follow up some, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then your elbow is resting on your shoulder. All you're gonna do is flare your elbow to where it slides off the top of your shoulder, and that's where the choke's gonna drop in. Yes. And drive his other knee with mouth.
Seeing your face.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
You're not gonna.
Okay, come back. Come back.
Thank you so much.
Back around.
Come in there.
Yeah. This one here, you're gonna drive right into his mouth.
Feel right?
Yeah.
Comes up.
I work. You didn't even have to put your on my shoulder. Are you supposed to put your elbow? When you get this, you're supposed to put your elbow on your shoulder and move it off the shoulder. But we never got to that.
Right by.
Yeah, I think I got around like far too quickly.
You gotta be careful so you don't get your nose.
Your elbow all the way down?
No, yeah, it was all the way down. I wasn't.
I don't know how you got it.
I don't think you were far enough back.
That?
Huh?
He's been doing it right.
I don't know.
The minute you were going,
The way I
anymore. There you go.
I thought you were close to the edge.
Drop the elbow. There we go. Good.
do it again. Here's what I have a question about. The way he's doing it, he's choking me out. But you said
That way was
Do I move my elbow to the shoulder before or after I pass the ball?
So once you get that knee up to the mouth, your elbow should be on the shoulder, right?
When I go to keep down, I'm getting ready to come on.
How loose are you?
Put your head behind it as well.
Once I start applying pressure here, I'm gonna tighten down.
There it is.
That's the idea I want to say.
Thanks. It's like keep that well close to the body, but it goes down. It's weird. You got like your wrists and your ankles and it's like the spine.
So submissions kind of have weird movements that feel wrong.
So it's kind of, you're doing two motions.
Because here, right down, so then you're doing this. Lift so much forward. On the individual, what looks to me is you've really got your whole body behind something that really either can defend itself in case it chokes, or
As I'm coming around, you see.
not before you even want to be running. Here.
I'll lock the see how my legs drag a little bit.
This,
Then I'll start moving around the side.
this one is smash that.
That's where I'm. That's where the.
That's the most squishy with the leg in there. You're right.
Yes. The one thing that was happening is you weren't rotating me enough, and I think my leg's weight was legitimately pushing your head away, like the defense weight.
I like doing it. I don't like.
So yeah, if you can't quite get to it and my leg's in the way, just push me around a little bit. You know, if I
trying to like move my head out.
yeah. Just
Bring the legs as far down my face as you can. I'm gonna make my lungs feel good. That's gonna enhance your technique. Both of which are very good.
That's where you're gonna get a lot of
Like this.
Oh, you weren't?
It's supposed to be
Right here.
As you start to his elbow on the shoulder. And then you're gonna see
Oh, your hand had it. So you had it in 3 spots.
You lift his chin, but you let his leg shift.
Well, my leg wasn't stacked up on the other way.
Okay, so I can push it up.
Yeah. My knees are surprisingly flexible.
Oh, okay. You swallowed that next 2 minutes.
Drop your elbow. You almost got it.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Back off here.
No. Farther around. Stand your toes. There's your on your knees. You're sitting your head. Trying to get that shoulder. All he's got to do is roll over that shoulder and you're done.
I could not see.
Right?
Yeah.
You were way out of position.
Where?
I understand what you're doing. Just really out of position.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and start back up and I'll show you where you should go.
So that's what I think that's what was happening. Was
So just go from where you have the leg on your shoulder.
Here.
Now, is this your strong side or are you practicing
Oh,
this
yeah.
side?
This is the one side I've been doing.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just, I gotta count.
Good.
Oh, I should have been stable.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay, so.
Now, take your other hand and grab hold of the feather.
I smashed
Maybe
your cross in your legs.
Sorry.
You got a bunch of skin there.
Right, there we go. Now, get up on your toes.
Can't do it
Put
too
your
right
feet
now.
behind you. No, your feet are way too close. So
In that
put your
weight,
feet back just
somebody
about.
being
There we go. Now
like
get up. Just put your butt near. Straighten your
that's
legs.
being smashed.
Straighten your legs. There we go. Now drive this right here.
They're not necessarily thinking about.
Now I want you to put your elbow on your shoulder. Go in. Now start walking around. All your weight.
I was just trying to let you get around.
Come around. Keep going. No. Put your knees on the mat. Walk this foot. Walk this foot over here. Good. Now lift your chin. This leg will shoot through, boom. Now drop this shoulder, drop your elbow off of the shoulder.
Right?
No,
There we go.
I kicked my butt out.
That's what I'm saying. Right? So, everybody, time. Let's talk about something real quick. I've seen this on a couple of techniques, and I want to make sure everybody's good. Okay? As we're applying pressure and we're moving around the body, please. I'm trying to convey knowledge. Okay? Shane. If actually switch sides. So I want you guys to watch my footwork here, okay? I'm here. I've got my grip. I'm planted in. I see a lot of this, right? Do you feel uncomfortable here?
Nah.
You see how my feet stay apart as I come around? What I don't want to see is this. You feel pressure?
No.
See how he's getting away? That's because my ass is on the ground. Until we get to our finished spot, we stay on our toes. Okay? Your knees should never be on the mat during a pressure pass. Never. Once you get to side control, yes. But until you hit your end point, you should be on your toes, in a pike, driving pressure on your opponent. Okay? It's a pressure pass. It's designed to have pressure behind it. Otherwise, the pass doesn't work. If you don't apply pressure to the back of this thigh and put their knee in their mouth, all he's going to do is heavy heel and push you down. Right? Potential triangle, head scissors. If your arm is in, there's an omoplata, which is really nasty. You don't want that to happen. Right? You guys get it? Right? Pressure passing. Double unders the same way. Both knees in the mouth. We're on our toes the whole time till we get to side control. If we fail to stay on our toes and apply pressure, we're giving them a free pass. Right? And I know you're thinking, but we're just repping technique. I get it. We're repping technique. But part of the reason that we're doing this, right? Part of the reason that we're training a combat sport, part of the reason that we're learning self-defense through a close contact sport is to train our bodies and our brains to accept that kind of pressure. Because if you think for 1 second that if you're in a street fight and they're gonna, oh, I'm sorry, you've got something wrong with your wrist, I'm not gonna go after that. Bullshit. They're gonna take advantage of it. They see something they can capitalize on, they're gonna take it. In a street fight, you should do the same thing. I'm all for fighting honorably, but I will go home alive. I will fish hook, I will groin punch, I don't care. I will go home to my family. If you put me in a position where I have to fight for my life, you're fucked. In my day-to-day, I sell cars for a living, and the running joke at the dealership right now is, why are you going to mess with Tom? You're screwing with a guy who chooses violence on a daily basis. I know how to temper myself, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's true. Once you know what you're doing, and don't take this wrong, I'm not trying to be egotistic or anything like that. I don't know everything about jiu-jitsu, I probably never will. But I'm competent enough to understand that if the shit hits the fan, I know how to survive. Right? Every last one of you does as well. And even if you've only been training for a month or so, you've got enough foundation to where you can protect yourself in a street fight. Okay? Most of the world is untrained. They have no clue, other than I watch UFC, so I know what's going on. Okay, terrific. You get the bro science out there. I'll just see red and I go crazy. Whatever. Okay? When we're training here, we apply pressure to each other. You have to execute correctly. For your safety, for your training partner's safety. Right? If you decide to go and compete, do you think they're going to take it easy on you? No. That $3 frickin' aluminum medal is worth the world to a competitor. Right? They are going to apply some friggin' pressure. They're going to make you earn it. Okay? Street environment, you've got to earn it. You wanna go home? Earn it. In here, every promotion that you get is earned. I do not give shit. I wanna see the progress. The only way to get the progress is to put in the work. Part of that work is letting your body learn how to accept the pressure. When you started training with me, did it suck taking the pressure? It was terrible, right? You were banged up, it hurt, you had sore muscles for a while, right? It's going to happen, guys. And I don't want to sound like I'm trying to get a meat grinder going in here, but the fact of the matter is, whether you're training boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, full contact karate, it doesn't matter. On Friday, when you guys get LaFleur back in here, he trains with sticks. You should see his legs. They are beat the shit out of. Full contact C-lock. Oh yeah, fencing mask, cut, and go. Yeah, it's nuts.
Belts like this, purple, deep, like all over his.
We're not gonna get that crazy in here, right? However, when it comes to can we? We go over Muay Thai, we throw some pads on, I'll let you go to town. But when it comes to training jiu-jitsu, apply the pressure, apply it correctly, learn how to accept it. It will pay you dividends tenfold, okay? Does everybody have about 15 minutes to stick around? All right, we're gonna set the timer. It's gonna be 3 minutes. You'll do 3 minutes up, 3 minutes down, then you'll change partners. We'll cycle through a couple of times. Person on top, you're gonna execute the guard pass. Person on bottom, you're gonna do your best to retain your guard. But once that guard breaks, let it happen, okay? Do not put yourself in a position to get hurt by trying to retain guard. Give it a good look, try, but eventually the guard's gonna break, okay? Let the pass happen, learn to accept the pressure, and reset. Okay? On 2 on 2.
Just the pass, no submission.
No submission. Okay, just the pass. Just the pass.
Brody. Always want that submission.
What can I say? Bread cutters are.
Very guilty pleasure. No, they're guilty pleasure.
It's
Yes.
When you started your kickboxing
After we do the anniversary. So it'll be probably the first or second week of July.
I'll be there. You can punch me.
class,
I know you always wanted to.
I'm sorry?
Are we on the side?
I don't know yet.
so I just have to retain
You
grip in
want
here?
top or bottom first?
Retain guard.
Okay.
Once he breaks guard, allow the pass to happen. Learn how to accept it. So control those hips.
Put your knee in between my butt cheeks. Get over. There you go. Finish it.
Finish the pass. Once the guard breaks, you pass.
Yeah. See now that positions your knee so it doesn't break.
Any pass?
No, the pass we did today. Just the pass we did today. So you broke the guard to do the overrun. Swim. No, underneath the leg. There you go. Get that? Oh, okay, stop. Rewind. When you swim under, that knee goes to your ear. Okay? The crook of his knee needs to be on your shoulder.
Yep, make sure to get your brain again.
Yes.
Absolutely. Way to go.
Set up.
Yes. That's it.
Yes, on your toes.
Stay loose.
On your toes. Did you not just hear me bitch? All right. He
You're
can handle it.
anticipating it. It's all right.
You watch me
Bring him up
smash
a little
him
bit.
in class.
Yeah, you can around the kidney area. There you go.
Side down.
Now you can try.
See, he broke the guard.
Now I see this.
a bunch of
Only on my heels, which is weird because I didn't know I could go all that far.
For that one where you.
Nah, I like to get
There we go.
Go ahead. You can try and stop me from here.
Why are you on your knees doing guard pass?
Because it was on the board.
Hey, buddy, no pressure there.
Ladies and gentlemen, continue working. I want to see the technique correctly. That means get on your fucking toes when you pass the guard. I am going to get angry forthwith, and you'll do push-ups for the next half an hour. Get on your toes when you pass the guard. Apply the pressure. Learn to don't
That's
set
not
the
all the
pressure.
that I'm gonna have for you.
That is jujitsu, guys. Now, obviously, if you are hurt, modify as needed.
So how I want to do this. Not
There you
too
go.
close. Like you.
There you go.
Like from right there, or you're just supposed to be
Goes right
fast.
where you're getting my Lock them up.
So I sit where
Lock your feet in. Loosen
my
up.
chest
There
is
you
up
go.
like this, and it's not down.
Taking in anticipation.
Okay.
That's all right. There you go. Perfect.
Yes.
That's gonna stick around.
Change roles. If you were up, you're down. Turn and turn about. If you were in church, you're about to get squashed.
Boom. Swim. Boom. But remember, you're not in the rush.
That's a good point, Shane. You are not in any rush with this guard pass. Make them suffer. Right? Take your time. Apply the pressure.
So, because right there, I want that weight down on my legs. So I get off my hips. And you know what it is? I'm staying here. I want this way down. So as you push that down, my leg goes like this. That way you don't lift your leg.
Yeah, no nudgesticles.
Be careful of that one.
Pull your back. I do this.
I don't want you just doing grips.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Working for a second.
See how I'm up on your knee?
I do this.
I didn't have to do anything to prevent that.
So right now, working hips, feet, no hands. Okay. I'm gonna take that away from you.
We made it fall through. I'm still down. Weight down. And with that, I still do weight.
Straight down.
So-
Don't push them away. Straight down. There we go. That's better. That's better.
And now I can't hit buff to you so easy.
There you go.
Break it. There you go. Make it weird. Make it weird.
Don't get first.
Don't get squashed. That's
And that knee, it's all the way. Pull it down.
And I'm thanking you.
Yeah.
But you're
Now you
get
can
moving.
move it. Nice and deep. Smash him. Put it in the face.
Smash him, dear.
There we go.
What's that say?
Boom.
There we go. Walk around,
Boom.
walk around.
Stop.
Down.
Swing.
Back, straight back,
All the
back.
way here.
Put the keys on.
All the way there.
Chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. Now, Detroit, arm is straight up in the air.
And
Elbow.
here.
Okay.
Now,
This is,
come back up
yes.
on your toes.
Yes.
Yes. Reach it. Round, lift your chin, look towards his feet. Look towards his feet. There we go. Now,
Pressure.
head control.
Out.
Head control. Now go to side. There you go.
This guy's the king.
Carry your weight the whole time. It's gonna make it so big brute. They're gonna beg you to fast. Okay?
Good.
I'm looking to slip my leg past further.
So Rick, now you're weight.
Not the past happened.
Yeah.
Snatch.
Yep. I was hard.
See how you're pushing away?
You told me to put it up.
Yes.
You came a little too far across, so see how my foot was coming across? It was just about to hook you.
Okay. So I come. There we go.
Yeah.
Now get your grip.
Really, yeah. Yep.
See, now it's not gonna come through very easy.
Your toes.
So
Your toes.
it's like
Toes are up before you break. So you're coming through. You're human.
go ahead and finish. All right.
Let me go, Ben.
There you go. More downward dog.
Of
course, it allows gravity to apply pressure for you, so you don't have to wait as hard to do it.
You want this? You don't want some pressure?
I'll have you
Guard guard holding.
See pressure, doggy?
Congratulations.
You want some pressure, huh? You want me to fix your back?
Your knees are positioned.
I
think
You're human, let's go.
They were just.
Hey, hey.
Come on, Smashy Brody.
Okay. That's my name.
Smashy Brody.
Right here in the middle, something like that.
Where were you?
I was just.
You get to be up?
Okay. My holy guardian must be already.
Remember, driving the knees straight to the mouth. Alright, if we start, come back.
So, right here.
If we start with one, this pressure will figure out. This
Oh,
is
keep
straight
pushing
up.
it to the hip. And this. If you drive it to the close.
We start with
Yeah. You want me to not be able to
Right up.
I'll get you out.
Boom. Elbow from the across the shoulder.
It's terrible. It's terrible if you don't like it.
Bring your toes. Bring your toes. You're being too nice. You're being too nice. Cool. You're getting there.
You can even put more weight on me.
Okay.
When you're walking around and you're like your weight out more here, less here.
Oh yeah, my butt was not in the air. I was planking.
So, yeah, you want it a little higher, that way you want your weight on the back of my leg.
Oh yeah.
So that it's got a suck.
Okay. Okay.
Don't want to hold back.
Pressure here, pressure here.
Break.
It's hard to keep a guard close with you.
It's hard to break yours.
Stop for a second.
You went. Oh, I shot. Yeah.
I want control first.
Yes,
Don't get me
control
wrong.
first.
You have, this is
All
your
day.
game.
That's
This should be
true.
your game.
This should be.
So, the thing, part of it here. So,
Yeah.
right here, you make it last. You get your position before anything else. Now, you drive this in.
Yes.
Right? Good.
Wrist back.
Yeah.
Pull in a little bit if
Yeah.
need be. You get some pressure. Okay.
This one's like pass the light, man.
Yes.
Pass the light.
And as you walk, I want your weight to stay. Keep going, keep walking. Right? And now, yes! Yes! That's what I need.
Gotcha.
You gotta, that's what you gotta do. Sorry.
Keep the weight in the like this.
Posture up, Chris. Posture up.
If it doesn't suck for me,
Hold the hips.
and who you're with, they're gonna be like, what do you,
What?
and they're gonna think of other things. You want me to be thinking of this smash sucks.
Okay.
Get past me already. That's
Okay.
That's what I want. That's what
Okay.
you want me to think.
Gotcha. My brain is alright. Pass already, bro.
Make it last. You got all the time in the world when you have this control.
Nice step.
And make sure this elbow is dropped, if nothing else. So if you sag your knee like that, I can't.
Well, you don't want to hold up here. You want to
Change roles.
Yes.
Change roles. You're up, you're down.
You want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, of course I am.
Well, because
Our coach just told you. I
if
have
they
to
can
smash
time
it.
it up, triangle.
But
And I don't have to send all the triangles.
I know.
guide.
In terms of
Oh, don't worry, Dougie.
submission,
I
it's
got
probably
you.
my
He's
favorite.
not gonna break one. No, this is jujitsu. You can't tell me how old you are. It makes a difference. Right. It's not how this works. You just keep me in guard. That's your JOB. What do you do for a living? You a lawyer?
What's your
Yeah, you're a lawyer?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
Take your time, Zane. Take your time now, Max. Don't let it go, right?
It's this thing I saw in a Craig Jones video.
There you go. That was good, Zane.
Good? That was bad? I don't want to stretch your leg out.
Brody,
I
don't
did.
pull the guard.
I didn't push this one too bad at all.
Remember what I told you? I want you to work for
Oh,
you.
just hips.
Work your hips, work your
I thought
legs.
that was just that.
This is for big guys because we're so easy
Conversation during the
for
fight.
people with our legs, right? I want you to focus on hip control.
Not yet.
Control, okay? I don't want you to
I plan on getting there someday.
That's almost a cheat code for guys like us, right?
I was trying to talk guys against
Unholdable guard.
So this, I have to change. I'm gonna have to change my hand. Yes. Okay. This is the hand that's going across, and this is the hand that's going to come across and grab the seat. So all I'm doing is
He's doing the same thing that I do.
Yeah.
Hips elevate.
I know,
He's
man.
right?
This is like not what I would go for.
so that stops you from pushing Bronco.
Right, man.
Fall back into my base. Have
Yeah. He's younger than you, it's like, more flexibility.
I know, it's gross.
I didn't have heels.
In a good way.
It's gonna create a monster.
Now be careful with heavy heels because you can take yourself out of a good
I
guard.
can break my own guard.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's what I did.
It's just a
Right here you could, yeah.
This is a different way of throwing. It's just a guard.
And get a little bicycle going. Working the way up. Ratchet ends.
Wait, but it's a guard pass. It's not.
What's that?
So when I just what you used to. So
See, eventually, so much pressure on the same muscles for so long. So
I grabbed in and pulled here.
Different set of grips.
Yeah, so I sat back. Yeah. It's just a different set of grips. You don't want to do the I'll tell you what.
But you don't swim up.
Yeah. What I do.
Because you can only do so much of that.
I'm grabbing here.
This, from here, right away. Okay. I want to be here right away.
Here.
Get to here. And get to here. And get here. Here.
He's switching sides.
Yes.
You can give me full pressure.
Yes.
No, really, give me full pressure. The thing's gotta go off.
All right, guys, time. Well, get lined up, fix your knees.
Well, big monster.
Little big.
So we were not.
But yes and no.
Wrong side, Mom. I'm coming. Just wondering. Come baby down.
Pants are falling off, belts falling off, he's flaring out. Jiu-jitsu helmets.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Blade's got to jump line.
Big class.
Make my hearts happy. Hearts?
Hearts.
6.
Ah.
They're all tiny and black.
Like an octopus?
Sure.
Sure.
It's like that Grinch. It's growing in size, though, guys. Its heart's growing in size.
No, it's not. I'm just developing more black ones.
How many are we at today? 6?
6. All right, guys. Good work tonight. We did not hit all the technique that I wanted to hit tonight. But we did get hyper-focused on breaking grips, controlling hips, and one of the best guard passes of all. All right. We'll pick up those additional techniques that I wanted to work on tonight. We'll pick those up on Wednesday. Okay, and we'll get a better review on Friday for everything because we're going to have to be doubling up some technique on Wednesday. All right? So hopefully y'all can make it. Other than that, great fucking work. Thanks for coming in.
What's his name?
Good work. Good work. I don't want to put it down too far.